roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Houston Texans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. On the handoff, it's Mack. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
On third down, here's Mills. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This will be fielded at the 17. So a 56-yard punt. They'll net 41 after the 15-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Second down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Prescott's throw into the hands of Fant. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. 2nd and 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll bring up a second down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A first down throw for Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Completing along the sideline, it's Godwin. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Mills. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Play action now, Mills. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Throwing on 2nd and 3, Prescott. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Chris Godwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2nd and 10.
So that'll back him up 5. now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. On the give, this is Mack. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Quick throw complete by Mills. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mills. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here's Mills. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Prescott off play action. Going for it all. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Mills. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mills on 1st down.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Here's Marlon Mack. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Play fake, Mills.
He's going to look deep for Perriman.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn out for the field goal try for the Texans. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Final play of the half. Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll throw now on the final play. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting to running.
And now the rookie's free. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Mills. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They go play action. Mills. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It's taken on the 25. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And that'll go as a 57-yard punt with a return of 12. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
First down, Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
On play action, Mills.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Prescott.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working. Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run here with Mack. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Mills from the gun on third down. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll go again here with Mack. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Mills now.
Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mills to throw it.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. That winds up pushing it back 11 yards on the sand. And that'll bring up 3rd.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Mack to get it again on 2nd down.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Now a run with Mack. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Well, Prescott here to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially his second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Throwing, Prescott.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep